First time I saw you, you were sitting on the fire escape, rain tapping a rhythm on the metal roof. You were painting your nails with a chip bottle of crimson, and the street lights made halos in the wet air. I brought you a coffee, steaming in a paper cup. You looked up, eyes like startled deer, and said, "You're the new neighbor, right?" I nodded, but my heart was a runaway train. I didn't have the words, just a hum in my ribs, a language I'd never learned, but somehow understood. The world was a puzzle, and you were the missing piece I didn't know I'd been searching for. You were my first everything, the map I drew in the dark, the first time I knew where home was before the world had a name. And when you smiled, the whole block lit up like a string of Christmas lights in July. You were the first note of the song I've been hearing, the one that never fades, never dies. We spent summers in your dad's old pickup, driving nowhere, windows down, the radio playing static and old songs you sang off-key, but it was perfect. We'd stop at the diner for fries and milkshakes, sit in the booth, knees touching, and talk about the future like it was a promise. We were gonna be astronauts, or maybe just poets. But time is a thief, it steals the hours, and we grew up, moved away, got busy with lives, with loves, with losses. But that summer still lives in my bones. You were my first everything, the map I drew in the dark, the first time I knew where home was before the world had a name. And when you smiled, the whole block lit up like a string of Christmas lights in July. You were the first note of the song I've been hearing, the one that never fades, never dies. Now I'm older, I've loved others, had my heart broken, put back together, but nothing ever felt quite like that. It wasn't a repetition, it was the first spark, and I've been carrying it ever since. A quiet hum underneath everything. So here's to the first, the ones that fade but never really leave. They just become the quiet hum, the hum underneath everything. The first time I called it home. Dust motes dance in sunbeams where your scent used to cling. I trace the outline of your chair, the silence it still brings. The record skips on our song, a ghost upon the turntable spin. A cold cup of coffee cools untouched as memories begin. Every corner whispers she was here, a fragile broken thread, the light through dusty windows, painting shapes upon the bed. A single lonely pillow cradling the space you held. This room feels vast and hollow, a story left untold. Silent room where echoes fade, no more your voice to fill the air, just the ticking of the clock, a rhythm cold and bare. The silence isn't peaceful, it's a weight I cannot bear. This silent room, a monument to love beyond repair. Old letters crumpled in the drawer, words that felt so true. A faded photograph, a smile that's lost its hue. The scent of your perfume lingers, a ghost upon the breeze. This room holds all the pieces, yet shattered, hard to please. Every corner whispers she was here, a fragile broken thread, the light through dusty windows, painting shapes upon the bed. A single lonely pillow cradling the space you held. This room feels vast and hollow, a story left untold. Silent room where echoes fade, no more your voice to fill the air, just the ticking of the clock, a rhythm cold and bare. The silence isn't peaceful, it's a weight I cannot bear. This silent room, a monument to love beyond repair. Remember how you laughed, a sound like wind chimes in the rain. That summer night we danced, lost in a fragile fleeting chain. Now the floorboards creak beneath my feet, a lonely hollow sound. The only warmth I find is in the memories I found. Silent room, your walls hold stories of love that's gone astray. The silence grows, a heavy shroud obscuring yesterday. No more your voice to chase the shadows, chasing them away. Just this silence, cold and deep, as night turns into day. Just the silence, all alone, so cold, so cold, so cold, so cold, so cold.
The radiator hums a one-note song against the cold. The only clock is the heartbeat in my chest, growing old. Your sweater on the chair, still holding your shape. A half-read book lies open, a promise we escaped. The steam has left the window, a faint and foggy trace of all the words we didn't need to speak, just to feel this place. And the world outside could shatter, could rage and roar and bend, but in this quiet architecture Nothing needs to mend, just the weight of your head on my shoulder, sinking in like a slow, soft tide, pulling me back in. So let's keep slow dancing with the silence. Let the empty space become our song. No grand crescendo, no frantic defiance, just the rhythm of right where we belong. In the amber glow of the streetlights haze, we're writing chapters in the quiet of these days. Coffee's gone cold in the mug we both forgot, a testament to time we never tied in knots. We talking photographs and glances in a sigh, building a cathedral in the space between a wide. The dust motes dance in the slanted afternoon, golden, slow and sacred, private, precious tune. And tomorrow's just a whisper, a ghost against the pain. We're gathering these moments like soft October rain. Every breath a stanza, every pause a rhyme. We're spending all this precious quiet time. So let's keep slow dancing with the silence. Let the empty space become our song. No grand crescendo, no frantic defiance, just the rhythm of right where we belong. In the amber glow of the streetlights haze, we're writing chapters in the quiet of these days. And if the years should fray the edges of this scene, and the quiet turns to something like a dream, I will still remember how the stillness felt like sound. A perfect, full and safe and solid ground. This is not a void, it's a canvas, it's a home, a language all our own. Slow dancing with the silence, just the rhythm of right where we belong. Still here, still here. Still here. Your silence is a sweater I keep wearing, even when the wool itches on my skin. We talk in circles, weather and old movies, while the real storm just gathers within. The radiator hisses its tired anthem, and the clock hands blur into a slow dance. I memorize a crack across your ceiling, like it's scripture, like it's chants. And I'm not cold, I'm just learning how to hold the space between us, like a cup of tea that's gone too cool to trust. Yeah, I'm not lost,
I'm just tracing the map of all the quiet we've become. So give me wool and whiskey, honey, something solid I can feel. A worn-out book of poems you underline, and a truth that doesn't need to heal. Just let the record scratch its lonely rhythm, let the rain tap out a coat against the pain. In this room of half-lit understanding, I'm not broken, I'm just rearranged. The streetlight paints a yellow rectangle on the floor where our shadows used to meet. Now it just highlights the empty space where your feet should be incomplete. I found your old scarf behind the armchair. It still smells like the bonfire and your laugh. I buried my face in it for a second, and the past pulled me back by the scruff. And I'm not stuck, I'm just measuring the distance in your size, like a sailor counting waves against the tide. Yeah, I'm not weak, I'm just gathering the fragments of this quiet. So give me a wool and whiskey, honey, something solid I can feel. A worn-out book of poems you underlined, and a truth that doesn't need to heal. Just let the record scratch its lonely rhythm, let the rain tap out a coat against the pain. In this room of half-lit understanding, I'm not broken, I'm just rearranged. Baby, love is just a slow surrender to the gravity of staying still, a learned art of breathing in the same air without needing to voice the chill. So let the fire die down to embers, let the conversation go unstirred. I'll wear your silence like a second skin, and call it home and call it hers. Wool and whiskey, wool and whiskey, a truth that doesn't need to heal. Coffee steam on the window, your laugh fills the kitchen, talking about your Tuesday, the guy who got away. I'm mapping constellations on the tabletop, listening, while my own horizon turns from blue to gray. You call me your anchor, your constant, your safe place, but safe is just a shoreline, and I'm drowning in the bay. And I know the script, I know the scene by heart, the shoulder, the confidant, the one who plays the part. But every hey, what's up is a quiet, sharp art that carves a little deeper right through my guard. Oh, I'm always the friend, never the flame.
different architecture of the heart.
So here's to the almost,
But not quite
the almost
lovers.
I'll be here
In the friend zone,
forever young and older.
always the friend. Found a dusty box in the back of the closet, buried beneath years I thought I'd left behind. One cracked plastic case, faded black and silver, holding a lifetime between rewind and play. The label's almost gone, your handwriting remains, a little crooked heart beside our names. I can still see your smile in the dashboard light as we drove nowhere on a Friday night. The windows down, the summer air, your favorite song floating everywhere. We thought the road would never end. We thought forever was around the bend. Funny how a melody survives long after people say goodbye. This old cassette still knows every word you said, every laugh, every promise, every dream we never met. This old cassette spinning ghost inside my head. One press of play and suddenly you're sitting right beside me again. The tape runs rough, the sound's not clear, but somehow that makes you feel more near. A little static, a little hiss, like a memory refusing to be fixed. The diner closed years ago, the parking lot's an office now. But when that chorus fills the room, the whole world turns itself around. Some things fade like photographs, some things somehow always last. This old cassette still knows every word you said, every laugh, every promise,
fell apart. The song comes to an end. The reels stop turning slow, but the silence after the music still sounds like home.
Breath held in the quiet, where the heart finds its ease. We found a place where time stands still, beneath the same old street lights glow. Your hand in mine, a promise sealed in whispers only we could know. The way you laugh, a melody that plays when shadows start to creep. A sanctuary, just you and me, where secrets and the stars can keep. But sometimes doubt creeps in like rain, a chill through bones I can't explain. A ghost of something left unsaid, a weight that's pressing on my head. Oh, true love's echo deep and strong, through every joy and every wrong. It's not the fireworks in the sky, but the quiet moments passing by, where every touch a sacred vow, a gentle promise here and now. It's the anchor in the storm, the warmth that makes the lonely feel reborn. The years have carved a path behind, with laughter, tears, and memories. We learned to dance through every line, with patience, kindness, and a squeeze. Your eyes hold stories old and new, a map I'm honored to explore. The rhythm of the life we grew, with every beat I ask for more. But storms will come, they always do, a test of roots that seem so true. A moment where the ground might shake, a choice we make for love's own sake. Oh, true love's echo deep and strong, through every joy and every wrong. It's not the fireworks in the sky, but the quiet moments passing by, where every touch a sacred vow, a gentle promise here and now. It's the anchor in the storm, the warmth that makes the lonely feel reborn. Promise that the strong won't break. True love's echo deep and strong, through every joy and every wrong. It's not the fireworks in the sky, but the quiet moments passing by, where every touch a sacred vow, a gentle promise here and now. It's the anchor
warmth that makes the lonely feel reborn. True love's echo in the quiet, steady beat of hearts aligned. A promise held through time. True love's echo in the quiet, steady beat of hearts aligned. A promise held through time. True love's echo in the quiet, steady beat of hearts aligned. A promise held through time. True love's echo in the quiet, steady beat of hearts aligned. A promise held through time.
The porch light's still on, like it was last June. Your blue jacket hangs by the door. I still don't move it, don't know why. Cold coffee in the mug you left, and your lipstick on the rim, a faded sign. I count time zones on the street lights, watch your name light up at 2:30. You laugh like you're right in the kitchen, and the signal breaks and I'm back with you. Maybe love was never meant to fit inside a glowing screen, but when you whisper, stay with me, I believe in almost everything. Meet me halfway in the morning light, where the highway hums and the taillights shine. I'll drive through the rain if you're on my mind. We can be more than a voice at night. Hold on, don't let go, even when the miles run deep and slow. If forever has to start somewhere, let it start with us getting there. I saved your ticket stubs in my glove box, from the diner where the neon buzzed. You drew a heart on a paper placemat, said we'll be fine, and I believed because you said it like a promise, not a prayer, and I said it like I wasn't scared. Now every exit sign asks where you are, every song on the radio says wait. Maybe love was never meant to be a calendar full of soon, but when you breathe my name so softly, I can almost feel you
closer, but I'm still here, still saying your name, still leaving the lamp on in the Meet me halfway when the night burns bright, where the highway hums and the taillights shine. I'll drive through the rain if you're on my mind. We can be more than a voice at night. Hold on, don't let go, even when the miles run deep and slow. If forever has to start somewhere, let it start with us getting there. Let it start with us getting there. The porch light's still on, and I'm still here.
The clock hands slow down. In this room we've grown around. The radiator sighs a lullaby in metal cries. Dust motes dance in the sun's slow beam. A silent shared dream. Faded quilt on the chair, smell of rain on winter air, wool socks on the wooden floor, a book we've read before. Your voice a low hum in the half-light, turning ordinary into hallowed night. The radiator clicks a steady beat, a rhythm for our quiet retreat. A shadow fits like a sweater, keeping the cold at bay better. And I'm not afraid of the dark, 'cause you're the spark in the quiet, in the spark, a hand that knows my every mark. The weight of you, a gentle press, my heart's sure address, a harbor in the storm's loud crash, a safe and simple stash, held in the hush where time forgets to move, a safe and secret groove. In your eyes I find my proof, this cozy kind of truth. Let the world outside rush and roar, we've got something more, a shelter from the cold heartache, a love that doesn't fake. And in this quiet we're complete, a bittersweet retreat. Coffee cups on the sill, sunlight spilling, quiet thrill. Your laugh like a bell, low and clear, drawing comfort near. The radio plays a forgotten song, where we both belong. A cat purrs on the windowsill, our peace, our will. The ticking clock, a gentle sound in this love we've found. Maybe this is all we need,
a place where souls can bleed without shame, without fear, just being here. And if the storm should break the door, we'll still have this core, a memory of warmth to keep when we're lost in the deep, a promise whispered soft and low that we'll always know. Held in the hush, where we're warm, where we're whole, in the quiet of your soul. The clock hands slow, and we let go. A final breath, a silent kiss, nothing amiss. Held in the hush. The coffee's gone cold by the window again. Rain taps softly against the glass. An old song drifts through the room, and suddenly the years come back. There was a little house at the edge of town, a front porch swing painted white. We spent whole afternoons doing nothing, watching the world fade into twilight. Your mother humming in the kitchen, my old bike laying in the yard. The days move slow like a river, back when life wasn't so hard. Funny how the smallest moments stay long after the big ones fade away. I miss that Saturday light, golden through the curtains, soft and bright. No place to be, no reason to run, just two young hearts beneath the sun. And every time the evening falls, I still hear those distant calls, like a photograph inside my mind, forever living in that Saturday light. The record player skipping in the corner, a blanket spread across the floor. We talked about who we'd become before we even knew what for. The neighborhood kids rode past laughing, fireflies danced across the field, and every dream felt close enough, like something we could almost feel. Now the streets look smaller somehow, but I can still find my way back now. I Saturday light, golden through the curtains, soft and bright. No place to be, no reason to run, just two young hearts beneath the sun. And every time the evening falls, I still hear those distant calls, like a photograph inside my mind, forever living in that Saturday light. Maybe growing older means collecting pieces of the past, little moments we once overlooked that somehow end up lasting. Not the parties, not the noise, not the things we thought we'd need, just quiet rooms and simple days, and the people who believed in me. Somewhere deep inside, wrapped in that Saturday light. The song fades low, the rain moves on, but the warmth remains, like it's never really gone. Coffee steam between us on a Tuesday afternoon. Your laugh hits different when the sky is concrete gray. I memorized the cracks along your bedroom wall while you were talking about somebody else's name. Your hoodie on my chair still smells like winter air, and all the plans we made that never left the ground. I'm the one who knows the titles of your books, but not the shape of how your mouth falls when you're sound asleep. I could be the footnote you forgot to write, or the background music in your other life. Yeah, every almost is a ghost I can't outrun. Underneath the friend zone, there's a setting sun. So draw the map we never drew in the sand, with a stick that breaks before we start again. I'm the harbor you return to when the storm has passed, but never the storm itself, just the aftermath. Oh, we're just two ships in the same still frame, passing in the friend zone, whispering your name. Remember that night in the backseat of your car, the radio was low. We were were talking to the stars. You said, I wish I could find somebody who gets me. My heart was screaming, baby, can't you see it's me? But the words just stuck like winter sleet on a windshield I can't reach to clean. Now I'm practicing my smile in the mirror for the next guy who'll get to hold you tighter. I could be the footnote you forgot to write. So draw the map we never drew in the sand. Maybe in another timeline we're not careful with our words. We're not sacred and we're not scared. We're just us. No more walking on the edges of a conversation. No more loving you in silent, safe locations. But here, in this one, I'm just the guy who brings the wine. When your world gets heavy, I'm the friend you call at 2 a.m. That's a kind of forever too, just not the one I wrote for you. So draw the map we never drew, just the aftermath. Coffee cup still warm on the windowsill. I trace the circle where your lipstick spilled. The news still plays the story we forgot, a silent film of everything we're not. I kept the receipt from that Oslo flight, the one you took into another life, the map you drew with all our dotted lines, now just a faded sketch of borrowed time. And the clock hands bend but never break, every promise we were too scared to make, hanging like a chandelier of dust in the hollow where our laughter used to trust. So let these unspoken words dissolve like salt in rain. Let the silence scream your name again and again. I'm a ghost in the hallway of your perfect home, a footnote in a book you'll never own. Our love was a language we never learned to speak, just an echo in the canyon, growing faint and weak. The sweater you forgot still smells like pine, from winters we were too tired to climb. I wear it thin against the aircon's hum, a second skin that keeps me feeling numb. Your mother's recipe for sourdough bread still rises in the oven of my head, but every loaf comes out the moments we let die underneath this perpetually gray sky. So let these unspoken words dissolve like salt in rain. Let the silence scream your name again and again. I'm a ghost in the hallway of your perfect home, a footnote in a book you'll never own. Our love was a language we never learned to speak, just an echo in the canyon, growing faint and weak. Maybe in another timeline's gentle sway, we'd say it all before the light fades away. But here we are with all this space between, the I love you that stayed forever unseen. So let the record skip on this familiar ache, a groove we carved for our own sweet mistake. The coffee's cold now, the cup's still there. Just a ring of nothing in the morning air.
Your sweater's still hanging on the back of my chair, the one with the frayed sleeve you always would wear. I washed all the coffee cups, scrubbed every plate, but the silence you left keeps the kitchen late. The clock on the wall ticks in a different key, and the dust